everyone children, I'm Miss Quack. Today you'll be working on project number 2, Clay Pinch Pot Creature. You will need to first think of your creature and design it on the piece of instruction sheet first. Next, follow the video later on to create your own pinch pot creature with clay. Please also prepare a good work surface that is with a plastic sheet underneath so that you can roll your clay on it easily. Are you ready? Let's go! Design your pinch pot creature here first. I'm using a red pencil so you can see my design clearly. First, I think about what creature I want to create. It could be a virus monster, alien, it could be a fish. You will need, here are some clay, an ice cream stick. You will also need to prepare a cup of water and another small container of water, which you will add clay to it later. Optional are some plastic spoons and wooden chopsticks if you have them at home. Use this piece of clay to make it round. What you can do is you press it, but first you will need to cut it. Divide 1/3, which is about this much, and save it aside for making eyes, making legs, and making teeth for the creature. Now you are going to mold this into a circle, a ball. In the middle, you will need to gently push your thumb to create a hole. I push it through, but not all the way to the bottom. I need to make sure the bottom is still good. There shouldn't be a hole at the bottom. Then, I gently stretch the pot by pinching and turning at the same time. Add in some clay, pinch a little bit, put it inside the water here in the small container. This is called clay slip. You're using this as glue. This is the glue of the clay. Smoothen out any edges you find that's not smooth. I'm going to make it lie like this so that it can become a pinch pot. I'm going to look at the plan and create the tongue, create the eyes, and create the legs. So always divide the clay into the parts that you need. Roll it like a dumpling to form the eyes. Then I can use some other materials like the chopstick to create an eye. Next, scratch and attach. Why do we have to scratch and attach? Scratching and attach the clay is how we make sure that the clay will stick together and will not fall off later. Let's take the ice cream stick, scratch it at the back end like this. Scratch it on where you want to put it, so you need to position it first. Do you want to put it here like this, far apart? I think I want to make it far apart. Scratch and attach. Before you do that, add some wet clay as glue and paste it down. Using your finger and a bit of wet clay, gently rub it around and join the edges down to the face of the creature. Make sure the clay is joined. You can hold your creature up like this or leave it like this. Scratch and attach. Make sure you do this step. If not, your eyes will easily fall off. Okay, I'm done with my fish, and I've actually changed some of the plan that I did earlier. I added a tail over here and 2 fins. Make sure that there's no rough edges And anywhere that you have joined the clay, make sure they are not too weak. Weak as in it will easily drop off. And before that, let me just show you some tools that I use to create all these patterns over here. Okay, so what I did was I used the chopstick to create holes like this. I can also use the popsicle stick to create lines like this. I can also use a plastic spoon like this to create fish scales. Can you see? What materials from home can you try to create all these patterns? I'm going to just leave this for 1 day to dry. Okay, boys and girls, I've already left my fish pinch pot creature to dry for 1 day, and it's starting to become rock hard, but the back of it is still soft. I'm going to let it dry for another 1 day. Make sure you have a piece of newspapers underneath and a pot of water, some brushes. The glue we'll use it later on. Let's put it aside first. And your paints. So I'm using watercolor cakes for this project. You can use other paints that you have at home, or you can even color with color markers. So remember, if you want to paint, you want to keep the colors in a particular scheme. That means you might want to choose a warm color scheme, warm colors that make you feel hot, or you want to choose a cool color scheme, cool colors that make you feel cold. Or if you want, you can just choose one color to work with. If I want to use green, I may want to use dark green, light green, yellow. Or if I just want to use blue, I can use light blue, dark blue, and maybe a little bit of purple, okay? Or if I want to make it a pink creature, I might just want to use pink, red, and some orange or purple, okay? Try to avoid black and brown. So now take a bit of water, make sure it's not dripping wet. You might want to put some napkin or paper towel near here so that you wouldn't dirty the colors when you change color later. So wet your brush, dip, dab by the side, pick the colors that you want. I think I would want to go with a warm color fish. So I'm going to grab my yellow paint and paint it. Now I want to change color. I need to first wash my brush, let it dry on the towel, take some clean water and take some orange. Okay, so here is where I start to blend the colors. Hi K1 children, did you enjoy working on your pinch pot creature? I hope you had fun. Bye-bye!